Hello everyone, I'm Pacific and welcome back to another vlog for Veda. And in this episode we're going to talk about basically I was homeschooled. And some of you might not think of this, some of you may know this, some of you may not, but I am homeschooled. And it's only about for 6 grades, 1 through 6. And that's where I was homeschooled, right? The rest was, I'll talk about that in another video. Let's just say that. But I was homeschooled. Now, what do I think of this? And I think, for me, that generally it was a better choice to homeschool me, but it cost just as much. So what happened was I was homeschooled, right? And I was at home, learning at home, and my school time got cut from what you would consider 8 hours to about 2 or 3, right? And I accelerated in math and reading, and not really English actually until I got into later. Like, I accelerated in English much later, but as a kid, math and reading was my thing, right? So this was really good because I could sit there and math was easier for me. Math has always been easy for me. Reading is very easy for me. Spelling, oh no, spelling is a whole challenge on its own. But what happened was I kind of got education from different kind of ways, but it was still ultimately my parents, which is one of the bad things, is that having one teacher for 6 years, having one point of view, one source of information for 6 years is not very good. It's not healthy for any human being to have their source of information come from one person for 6 years, unless that person is constantly changing, which my parents are not. So that is the flip side. As a kid, I could learn empirical things like math very easily, but when it came to like being two-sided on big issues, like being double-sided, being able to see the other side, I was really bad at that. I was extremely bad at seeing the other side. And not to mention I was homeschooled. So I had 0% social life, all right? Which is also why one of the reasons I'm very good at video games is because that 0% social life kind of translated into building my skill at video games. That's what happened. I mean, I guess I still had a bunch of family members I could talk to, and I had a couple friends because I did gymnastics at the time, but I had no social skills. This really kind of translated to me later on building them and being awkward for, I would say, the better part of until I was about 17, right? I went through the rapid stages of social development of like, I stayed at kid and then went like teenager 1 year, young adult the next year, and then adult next year, right? I consider myself an adult when it comes to talking because I can see the other person's point of view now, and I'm not really into the whole shaming people kind of thing that teenagers like to do to each other for fun. Which, by the way, when I was a teenager was fun. But I think being homeschooled really helped instill in me this thing of whatever you're doing, do it by yourself. Because my family is a little bit more, kind of more middle class, so I don't have to work a lot. But that thing you get from working very hard, where, I gotta earn stuff, that kind of translated to me in a different way. I see myself as like that way of earn it yourself, do it yourself, do it your best. I have that, but without the cockiness that comes with, oh, I worked 14 hours a day every day, because lots of people get cocky with that. And it's like, yeah, no, I'm not that way. I understand I had it easier than most people, but I'm still gonna, put in my work. Yeah, I'm not super buff, but I'm definitely smarter than you. But as a kid, I learned a lot of math very fast, right? Basically, what I was also a kinetic learner, this technique, which I would consider lazier types of schooling, the way that I was taught at home, was basically, Jared, here's your math book. Just kind of fill it out, and once you get to the end, you're done. So I could take it and just like fill it out, fill it out, fill it out, fill it out. Get through like, those chapters in math class Yeah, I could get through like a whole section of things, a whole chapter of sections in like a day. And of course, it was really easy to take that stuff around and do it, wherever you were. But like I said, the lack of social skills really killed it for me kind of in high school and middle school. I couldn't make friends with any. I barely had friends. The friends I did have were also kind of awkward. Like, when I mean awkward, I mean really awkward. But later on, it got better, and now I can talk to people pretty normally. In fact, doing YouTube has helped me become very social. I am an introvert. I tell people this a lot. Most of the time, I'm an introvert. Okay, but I can look like an extrovert, no problem. I can confuse everyone, and what's funny is everyone that I live with is like, Jared, you're an extrovert. Jared, you're an extrovert. And then my great aunt comes over and she goes, I think you're an introvert, Jared. Just like everyone I live with is extrovert, and then someone I don't see very often is introvert. It's like, yeah, I'm an extrovert because I know you and I feel comfortable being an idiot around you. That's what it comes down to. And after I was done homeschooling, we actually moved. So any friends that I would have made, I abandoned. I mean, I had a couple friends. I had one really good friend, actually, now I'm thinking about it, and I remember him. But most of the people, like, just moved, and it's like, well, my friends that were acquaintances really don't live with me anymore. I guess I gotta go make more friends. And then I did make more friends, and then I made a whole bunch of e-friends off of, like, legit internet friends just doing things. And then my friends that I made at my later on actual school, we are friends because of the internet. That's it. Like, we're all kind of, let's just play video games together kind of people. So yeah, that is it. Telling you guys about I was homeschooled. I think overall it was a little bit good. The speed in education definitely outweighs the lack of social skills I gained a little bit, although I'm also sad that I only got the perspective from one teacher. I think if I could change it, I would prefer, like, not really a school group, but like a private mentoring group of like 3 or 4 different kids that has different teachers come in, at least 2 or 3 different teachers. But they let you just do, learn whatever style of learning you would want. They would help you with that and help you develop that style of learning. I think that would have been way better for me, but that is also using the knowledge that I have as an adult, applying that, maybe when I have kids, that's what I do, right? Who knows? Maybe I do that using the internet, maybe, oh, you have problems getting your GED? Boom, Pacific can help you out with that. I don't know. But guys, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, you can tell me in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new, because I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer, and I suck just as bad as you do at video games. And I'll see you in the next episode of whatever I decide to make.